So you make a loop, all right? And I'm holding the tension so that this doesn't spread apart. And I've just taken the cord around and I've made a loop, right? Then this, which is the end of the cord, I'm gonna go through the loop. I'm not letting go of my tension here. I'm gonna go through the loop and I'm gonna grab it like this, okay? So this is where it looks weird because I've got so much rope, but so I'm just gonna...
You pulled it through, doubled over.
I've pulled it through.
Yeah, and then the tail end is on that side.
That's right, and the tail is here. So when I get close to here, where I'm having to maintain my tension, I just kind of scooch the knot down the rope a bit, as much as I can, right? So there we go.
Sorry, he sneezes.
And then I keep pulling to tighten it.
Right at the opening is where you make the knot.
So, and I can undo it by just doing that. That's a slip knot because you can slide this like this. Okay, now let's say this is really long and I don't want it this long. I can tie another slip knot by just making, again, I've got my loop. I take my loose end and I just pull it through. And then I pull on, you gotta, obviously if you pull on this end, you'll just pull the loose end, right? So you pull on the only end that's not loose and you create another slip knot, right?
Nice.
Now this is my slip knot and I can just keep daisy chaining these slip knots for as long as I want to get this cord shorter, and also it's tied up so they can't put their hoof through any of the loose cord. Okay, and then at a certain point when I go, okay, that's all the length I need, I have a knot tied here. So when I pull it through, the knot is going to keep it from slipping through.
Yeah.
All right, if I didn't want to do that, I could come here, I could take it, and instead of slip knotting it like this, I pull the whole thing through.
And then
Same
it
thing.
ties off, basically.
I've still got, yeah, exactly, it's tied off. I've still got something that they can't undo.
Yeah.
And then I can take it and then I can tie it around here or do whatever I want with it.
Yeah.
I can also, so for this one, we want to get the knot closer to the pole. So I'll just move the hay net around. Then I want to move this closer so there's no gap for this, for the rope, for them to put their hoof through. Right? And now what I can do is I can take this and I can go around and around, and when I get to here, looking at this, I'm going, actually I set this a bit high, so I'm just, and they might pull it up too, but I might as well start it where I want it. And then I just clip this here because the knot's going to prevent that from going anywhere, and then I clip it there. Right? And then you've got that secured and there's nothing for them to get their hooves stuck in. Now for the other end of the hay net, what we want to do,
especially if your hook came off.
Yeah.
Or did you put the hook back in?
yes, I fixed the feeder. So here's the hook that's on the bottom, right? Now, if I clip that directly to here, what's going to happen is they're going to rotate this bale around and around and around. Think of it like how an alligator grabs its prey and rolls it. That's what they do to hay nets. So when you have metal on a clip, when they start rolling it, they will actually snap that clip in half. So you have to have some kind of cord on your first piece of metal that the cord can go around and around and around, and the cord can take the tension rather than the metal being hit with the tension. So I might, because I don't have much room on this, I'm going to try using just a hay bale string, and we're going to test if that's strong enough, but I'm going to double it up. So can you see the loop?
Yep.
Every hay net should have a second loop down the bottom there. So I'm going to put that through like that, right? And if I want to, I can put it through again just to give it a bit stronger hitch, which I think I will. So even there, I could actually leave that and then clip that.
Yeah.
But I don't want to because this is still a slip knot, right? So it's not really secure for my liking. So I'm going to pull it through. I don't know if you can even show this.
I can't really see the hook, but I can certainly see your
You know
fingers
what I'm
trying
going
to
to
get
do? I'm going to get another hook. So we're going to have a separate hook here.
Okay, so there's two.
Yeah, instead of hooking it to the same one that hooks the lid.
Oh, I see. Oh,
I'm
yeah, now I can see it.
Right? I'm
Yeah.
going to get another hook. We probably should have done this bottom first.
I
Okay.
think you're right.
So
It's harder to manipulate now that it's tied.
it's really
so
hard
big,
because
it's
I'm
so
holding
big.
the whole weight of the bale right now. But I'm just going to basically do, I don't even know what kind of knot this is called. I don't know if you can even see what I'm doing. But I'm basically, you know, just doing your, what would you call this knot? Do you know?
I don't know.
It's like when you're tying your shoes, you just make a loop,
Yep.
right?
I would just call that a knot.
Just a regular knot. Okay,
Yep.
I'm gonna get a clippy. I'm gonna have one of these things that just screws and is solid.
Oh, okay.
Because once we attach this, we don't need to be undoing and doing this back up again. So
Yeah, because they should be able to just build a haynet here.
yeah. So if you,
Do you want me to hold it all the way up?
you know what, I can hold it. So if you, as long as you can get the camera in here. So I undo this and I loop my loop through here and I loop this through here and then I do it up. So the haynet is now secured at the bottom, but it has some rope there. So it has some leeway to twist. Otherwise, what the horses have done is they've actually unscrewed this screw from twisting it. So we're going to give them the rope to twist, and then we're going to clip the lid closed here because we don't want that loose. They'll wreck this lid, and they'll rip it right off its hinges if we leave the lid where they can get to it.
And if this is lifting and
And so you can see I moved it quite a bit, but this is staying solid. So, do you want to try?
What are you asking? Like
See
to
if you can do
retie it?
Retie it.
Oh.
Go ahead. So Juliet's going to give this a try now. Now undoing this is fun because you can no, just pull.
Oh.
This is your slip knot. Pull.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Pull,
look.
pull, right? That's your daisy chain slip knot. Just pulls. So this is why we like slip knots because they're really easy to undo as well.
Okay. And this needs to stay in this location.
You can leave it or you could unclip it and do it at the end, whatever works best for you.
Okay, so I feel like it was something akin to
Create a
this.
loop. Yeah, and pull it through.
And
Exactly.
then I wanted to, but
That's-
I want this part to be tight.
That's right.
I'm gonna get my hands out of there.
That's it. That's a slip knot. That's how
Okay.
easy it is.
Boom.
Yeah. And so, yeah, exactly. I like how because this is your first knot. This is the one you want to work with to make sure it's nice and snug up
Super
to here
tight.
so there's no opening and that knot is super tight. Now, go ahead and daisy chain your slip knots off of that.
So now I'm feeling confused about how to tighten this one.
Yeah. So
Okay, hold on.
there's only one side of it that you can pull on to tighten. That's
There
it.
we go.
That's it. Yeah, and you see how Juliet's having to kind of make it smaller and tighten and make it smaller and tighten. And the smaller loop you start with, the less maneuvering you have to do. It's
My brain.
remarkable how hard it is to get this because it like after a while you go, this is the simplest knot in the world. Why is it so difficult? I
Well,
don't
there's
know.
so many loops, and so your brain is like, which one do I pull on? That's what's happening.
Yeah, but there's really only two places to pull. There's this end, right? And if you pull on that end, what happens? Nothing. It just comes loose.
It's gonna come back out.
So there's only one other place you can pull, right?
Yeah, which is this one.
Exactly. It's this one, because the other thing will just pull out her knots. So basically, if you get stuck and you get confused, just pull on the one. So hold that right there where you got it. This is the only place she can pull to tighten. If she pulls this,
It's gonna undo.
it pulls out her rope, right? So this side cannot be pulled on, cannot be tightened. There's only one place to pull.
So I'm trying to keep this in my left hand so I can remind my brain which side to pull.
Yeah.
Which is like, keep my left hand on that part
right.
so that I know next time I loop it that this is the part that I need to tighten.
Yeah, except that
And then I switch here.
yeah.
It goes to that one,
Yeah.
right?
It just basically goes to whichever end is not this one. Whatever end is not your loose end is the one you pull.
Okay. I can't remember how many you did.
Doesn't matter.
That look good?
Yeah.
And then you tied it off.
No. And then I
you do that?
used the knot on the end here to stop it from slipping through.
Okay.
So now's the time when you leave what you've got. Yes.
do this.
You just pull that and that's secure. And now you can go around your pole. But you want to get that as tight as you can. So yeah, really haul on it. That's it.
I think I can get around another time.
Yeah, so if you go like that and you go, oh, I can't get around even, I think you can if you tighten up, because this can probably pull all the way to here. There you go. But even if you couldn't, but you're still not going to get all the way. So
Not
then,
back to the net.
yeah, so then you just undo some of your daisy chain slip knots, because you're like, oh, I need more cord length, so I'll undo some of the knots. So maybe, yeah, just do 2 of them like that. There you go. That's right. Now
I'm like a sailor.
yeah,
This is fun. Or a cowgirl.
yeah. There we go. That took care of it. So no, you don't want to. You
Not
don't want
into
to
the
clip
net.
to the net. No, you want to clip down
This orange
here.
part?
Yeah. Yeah. Good. So that's perfect, and that will stay. Yay!